Welcome to the Golden Feather. Grab a pint, a plate, and pick your seats. Your hosts, Spiritech and Chibi Bree, are back from their latest adventure.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Feather. This is episode 81 at the Castle Gates. Today is May 28th, 2021. We just had a live stream from Intrepid, and we have the one, the only Lord Simurgh. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, friends?
How have you been?
Oh, busy with stuff and things. How the hell y'all been? I mean, clearly it's been a while because, Vertec was telling me it was like a year to the day from today since we last actually had like a message on Discord together. I was like, excuse me? What?
Yeah, how does
That's
time fly
rude.
by so fast? Like,
Crazy.
I was expecting to see, I know it's been a while. I was expecting to see, September or maybe October. It's been a few months, 6 months or something. No, it's been a year to the day.
I know, man. It's crazy.
Time flies, man.
It's really hard to believe it's been that long, honestly.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Let's see. So, some podcast updates for you guys. Wizzy, thank you. DJ Vertex just made me a liar. What? How?
Uh-oh.
Didn't have to message me this week. Oh. Aw. Just a few updates. Vertec and I will be doing on our own little thing, a one shot with D&D 5e on, what is that thing called? Foundry?
Yeah, on Foundry.
Foundry VTT. I don't know what it's called because I forgot, but I should probably be reading the GM notes soon. So
Giant Goblet or some Titan's Goblet?
Something about a maze. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And then Tuesday, we're joining Kira Cosmo on her live stream. And then right after that, Studio Loot for their video recording. So lots going on Tuesday for us. And then we'll be live next Friday with Roar, which I love this guy's Twitter. It's _OMFG Roar. And just my mind goes, OMFG Roar!
Love it.
And then one final update is just as a reminder, on the 8th of June, Vertec and I will be getting the keys to the new apartment or townhome, etc. So new setup photos will be coming soon once we get all of our stuff in place. So, yeah. Enough about that, though. We have our very wonderful Simurgh, who has just been gifted a sub. Welcome. Thank you, Ventharian.
That's a welcome back gift. Look at that.
I know, right? Thanks, guys.
But for those who may or may not know, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, and all the crazy antics that you've been up to in the last year?
Man, in the last year?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Not that long. No, not that long.
That's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
The whole year.
Man, well, I guess I could hit the highlights, yeah. So end of last year, which was really crazy. I streamed last year all the way through the year every day, which was pretty crazy. And we ended it off with raising $10,000 that we gave to Intrepid during their 24-hour D&D live stream and charity campaign that they had, which was absolutely nuts that actually happened. It totally blew me away that that I was leading a community that was capable of something like that.
Yeah, that
very
was
humbling.
Bananas.
Yeah, it was a very, very humbling experience. Ended the year off, and I've been working a lot on asheshq.com, which is a community curated website for Ashes, and that's basically it's pulling a lot of different creators together, allowing them the opportunity to kind of showcase their content and things like guides. I mean, really, there's any niche that they have that they can kind of focus on doing that. So I've been recruiting people to the team for that in preparation for Ashes of Creation Alpha 1. Of course, the Ashes Pathfinder podcast has been trucking along. Did a lot of really cool things to kind of give it a big facelift. Virtues Striving and Rocking, which is my guild for Ashes of Creation. It's our community-based guild. And we were just in the most recent Castle Siege footage, which you actually have going there, which was really awesome. We had a bunch of a bunch of Virtue members that were there. It was really a good time, and just overall been, like you guys, along the path as Ashes has been in development, and watching them make a ton of improvements over the past year, which has been pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching your countdown last year, the 300 of 365 days streaming. That was a sprint, or that was a marathon and sprint combined.
Yes, I don't do that every single day thing anymore. I got to the end of last year and I was like, I really just feel like I need to sleep for like 6 months, hibernate, something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it was nuts, but it's been good. It was a very great learning process, and built for further bolster the community, and just have a ton of new people that joined our community, and around the Ashes Pathfinder show, and the guild, and just the Ashes fam in general, which you guys know all about that too. So
yeah, it's crazy seeing your show kind of evolve, and just your channels, plural, evolve throughout the year. Just slowly getting this together and that together and that together. Every once in a while, I'd see you just doing a stream improvement stream. As weird as that sounds. Yeah, like, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing for the website and for the stream, and it was fun following that.
Yeah, all while working full time still. So it's been like, oh man, self-care is important, friends. Never neglect self-care.
Very true, very true. Yeah. Oh, and Wizzy McNasty, I guess, is asking me to share a story with you.
Oh man.
So
yeah, go ahead, sure.
I believe you may have been blamed for ninja looting a dragon at some point.
Oh, a dragon. That was a more recent thing where they were trying to say that I might have tried to ninja loot something. Go on ahead, Beer Tech. What's that about?
I may or may not have been the one who grabbed that. So
okay, let me ask you an important question then, Beer Tech. I got a question for you, okay? Let me ask you something, right? If you're in, and this is for anybody that's listening or watching this, okay? If you're in the world and you're doing your thing and you're all killing a monster, what's the first thing you think to do once you kill it?
Oh my God, it's dead. Let me get it. Oh, what happened? What did it drop? Click.
You're just curious and you automatically go to loot it, don't you? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that doesn't make you a ninja looter. That just makes you a looter in an MMORPG, right?
Professional level looter. You do it all the time, so it's just automatic. It's ingrained.
Yes.
It's kind of by rote at this point. You
all right. Someone tell the boss you grab the loot.
Especially by the way, in an open world PvP type game where you don't know how long you'll have to grab that loot and get out of there.
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, Wizzy gets it. If it sparkles, you click it.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Steven came on the podcast and he was like totally talking about that too. And he was like totally fueled their fire. And then next thing I know, Reddit's got like this animated. Have you guys seen that thing?
No, I missed it.
Oh my God, dude. Hold on. I'm going to send this to you. Hold on. I just want you to see this. Someone named Adam Jar decided to make an animated piece. And it's literally about this narrative. I'm going to send it to you. But anyway, it's ridiculous. I'll send it to you shortly. I have to find it.
Nice.
You're good.
So you became immortalized in a meme.
Yeah, basically. And I was like, this just happened.
Yeah, it was after that little interview thing where I was like, I have an admission of guilt, guys. Feeling kind of guilty of the fact that may or may not have been me that grabbed that.
Yeah,
I know I wasn't the only one because some stuff disappeared as I was looking at it, but I was like, click. All right.
Yeah, the one they're talking about was in the PI thing from like over a year ago, man.
Yeah,
like, it's in the past, man. Let the past be the past. Plus, I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, thanks.
Let it go.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks.
You know what the worst part is? Is that everything that dragon dropped, Bree and I already had as good or better than.
Oh, that's so funny. That's too funny.
Yeah, we ended up kind of exploring, I guess, just the right dungeon that opened up when one of the nodes ended up
leveling up
to, I think it was tier 3, I want to say. A dungeon opened up and we went in and we were like killing things like, hey, we can totally take these. Oh, look, they're dropping loot. Oh, hey, they're purple pants. Awesome. Let me try them on. Right. Oh, hey, look, there's golden pants. Awesome. Let me try those on. And suddenly we had like 10 times the amount of health anybody else did. And we were able to go anywhere and do anything. I
remember that during the PI test, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's fun.
I sent that to you. You gotta see it while we're doing this and just tell me what you think. This is so ridiculous.
Do you send it to her as well?
Here, I'll send it to you too, Chibi. Hold on.
There we go. Sorry.
Oh my
I may have
gosh,
looked
dude.
zoned out to some of you, but I've been trying to get this. They uploaded the video up onto
There you go.
the YouTube channel, so I was trying to get it
Nice.
from YouTube, so we didn't get those crazy random ads that sometimes come from Twitch.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
Those are
fantastic.
annoying.
You have to share that animation. Love,
Oh, man.
when you get around to it.
Okay, let me grab it.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic.
Let me grab
Getting
it.
stomped. Getting stomped.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so isn't it crazy? We can actually start talking about that stuff now. It still feels weird.
All of it. I know.
It feels really weird because it's been so hard to keep stuff under wraps, especially with PI as well.
Yes.
And getting just casual conversations in PI that can't
Thank
leave
you,
PI.
Izzy.
Casual, just chilling out and testing stuff, and we can't share any of that. And then trying to remember what was said already. Did they talk about this? I think we should just avoid the topic just in case.
Yes.
And then there was
Yeah.
like that one play test that we were able to talk about, and I think it was the one with the dragon actually.
Okay, hold on.
Where Steven was saying, yeah, you can totally talk about it, just don't show anything. And I had to keep thinking back, like, was this the one we could talk about or was it not? No, that happened in another one. We can't talk about that. But now we can talk about everything.
Dude, I was like, because there's like the different, I think it's a very important point too. There's different levels of NDA. Like if you're in PI, you have an NDA that exists for PI, right? That can include testing, but it can also be like, okay, so there's PI, meetings, right? This is part of the backer reward that happen regularly. So you've got to be very careful if you're in PI to not actually share stuff that you've heard from them around a test or something that's actually PI information when you also were doing another alpha test, and this stuff could be super related. So the layers of NDA are very important, that you know exactly which thing you're talking about, which scope you're talking about, what you're actually allowed. So when that announcement came out, I was like, I had to message Steven. I had to ask him because I was like, I just want to make sure we're talking about all testing.
Don't want to be banned.
Right?
Don't want to be banned.
All of it. I was like,
Honestly,
so from alpha 0
sometimes
to
it
now.
gets confusing, right?
Yes. Because there were periods where, like, remember we'd have PI tests and you could he'd be like, you could talk about this one, but then another one would happen. And
the very next one, it could be like the next day.
Yeah.
you wouldn't get the okay. And so it's
you're
like, you're like,
All right, so to wrap up this little intro here, I'm going to swap over to the video, which is right here. Oh, okay, I don't have that linked apparently, so I'll just swap over here myself. And real quick, Wizzy wants me to play this.
what are you doing, Lizzie?
Uh-oh.
She's one of my mods and
Uh-oh.
by the way, Osh.
She says this goes with the thing that you had me share.
No. I have a feeling it's a clip, isn't it?
Yeah, you could say that.
What?
Hold on.
The tension is building.
I don't know what it is. There have been multiple things around this topic, if that's what I think it is.
The anticipation.
I have to get it to listen to me first. Hold on.
Don't you laugh at me in chat, Mur. I see you.
I'm gonna name this one Sim. There you go.
Oh man, it's happening. What is it?
So I guess while she's getting that pulled up, so are you gonna be taking part of testing like on day one, like when it goes NDA dropped?
Yeah,
visual, you can stream everything.
I will be. Yeah, I will
Yep, there we
definitely
go.
be there pretty consistently. It's the goal. Probably with a lot of members in Virtue as well. Probably a lot of the community members that hang around my stream and stuff too, I'm sure.
Here we go. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Oh no! Oh damn it!
Oh no.
All right,
Are we gonna
let's see.
actually hear it too? We are, aren't we? Okay.
Do you not want me to play the audio?
You go for it. Go for it. I just can't wait to see what people in chat and other people say with this.
Okay.
The narrative builds. Watch chat though. Let's watch them go ridiculously crazy over this.
Hold on. Let me make sure that you guys can actually hear this properly. Sometimes this thing just really hates me, so I have to fix audio things randomly.
This resonates.
Oh, man.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
I'm trying.
Can we talk about the expressions of everybody as this is a frozen scene right now?
Everybody kind of has that like, oh, really?
Three out of four of us are touching our faces, and Daedalus is just looking at us laughing. It's so funny.
Okay, this should be it. Okay, here we go.
That was right. I was filming, and you totally ninja looted the spider boss.
I did.
I totally remember that.
He still thinks I ninja looted. No. There were no defining rules. There was no system in the game, Steven.
I might honestly, I don't think I would, if I were to do the funny little like just check in on Simurgh as he's playing and steal something from him. It would be like only during like the crescendo of his gaming experience, like where he's downing a boss and like he's been spending a lot of time to get there. Then maybe I just might pop in and be like, yoink, and then leave.
Oh my God, dude.
On stream with no indication that it was you doing it. Just wait for that dumbfounded look. Where did it go?
Just freeze all of the characters and this little tiny sandal like floats out of the sky and then just like hooks the item and just flies away. That would be great.
Well,
Wings just flying up with
I can say it was the dragon one that I clicked on. Because then after he mentioned it on the recording that, somebody must have grabbed the loot from the dragon. I didn't mess with any other loot from that point on.
Can I
bother trying to click anything?
Can I share something with you all? Can I share something with you guys that I think that maybe you all enjoy too? Is there a moment for that?
Ready, set, go.
All right, cool. I encourage Virtek, Chibi, everybody watching, listening, I encourage you to go to that PI footage from about a year ago. Go and watch it. And just watch it, and I want you to enjoy the disappointment in Steven's voice when he wasn't able to loot that. I feel really good about it now.
I remember that too. He was like, "Wait, what? Where's the loot? Where'd the loot go?"
There's no loot?
I thought there was supposed to be loot in this.
But he had us muted, so I couldn't be like, hey, I grabbed it. No, I could give it back to you. No, he had everybody else muted, so couldn't really hear us.
Oh, man. All right, and then now for the lovely little video. Let me just get this going over here.
Yeah, right. J Peeps says, how could he be surprised about that in an MMO?
Oh, man.
If it's not on master loot, it's no loot.
That's right. Loot rules, man. So I thought you didn't determine them before we started the whole thing.
Just a sandal.
Oh, my God. You're showing it? This is from Adam Jar.
I love it.
And I'll note, I have no idea who this person was until I saw this either, and then they popped up on my stream and they were like saying something really cool, and I was like, oh my gosh, man.
Help.
Dude, this made its way to Twitter, to Facebook, and Reddit.
How did I miss that? Holy mackerel.
I feel like this is only the beginning, though, to be honest.
He's asking, I guess somebody's asking her when the Jeff tribute is. Are we going to do something like for Silas? Like he's just passed on to other things.
Yeah. What do y'all think about that? We chatted about that today, or is that on the agenda? Or
I don't think we have chatted about it, but there is kind of a little bit. But we can go ahead and chat about that now. Let me just go ahead and do, I guess, news. Should we go with news?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So, those of you that don't know, Jeffrey Bard is no longer going to be with Intrepid. He's leaving for sunnier pastures in the VR world. And there's a lot of talk right now about people that are worried about him leaving and people that aren't necessarily worried about him leaving. My personal viewpoint is that I feel like he was offered a really good thing, and if he didn't feel like Intrepid was able or capable of being able to carry on without him, I don't think he would have left, because he really enjoys Ashes. I think he would have asked them for a little bit of time, because usually when, at least in terms of positive leaving of a company, you hope to try to stay until you can fill your position before leaving. But when there's like a negative backlash kind of thing, usually the person just leaves and doesn't care about that spot being filled. We are all going to miss you, Jeffrey Bard, if you're watching this ever, but we're really excited that you're pursuing your dreams and things that you want to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, happy you're pursuing a passion. That's kind of what everybody does. And I know myself, I've been with a company that I really, really liked, but something more appropriate to my desires in life came along. And what was I supposed to do? Just watch the opportunity pass, or say, hey guys, I got about a month so I can help you wrap up, and then I got to go.
Yeah. I think it's like important too to like think about the fact that just because someone, you know, I think you can have multiple passions, but some of them are going to be a higher passion. It doesn't mean it diminishes or takes away from the other thing that you might be moving away from. Or, you know, you're wanting for that thing to thrive and to be great. I don't think that's the case at all, you know? And, I mean, he has been there from the beginning. I think he helped to develop a really solid framework and a foundation that they are now currently helping to build off of. And, you know, I think for what it's worth, if you watched the live stream earlier today, I mean, it seemed like some very heartfelt, you know, feedback from them when they shared in his stories about some of the situations and, you know, just overall kind of wishing him well. It seemed very sincere. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And while there's no direct replacement for any individual person, I mean, Intrepid will survive, and I'm sure they'll get somebody else filling his shoes. So it's like he died. He says he didn't die. He's moving on from this world, this Vera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, to show even that it wasn't a negative leaving, he's like, I'm excited. I'll be right there along with the rest of the community waiting and like cheering for Ashes, you know? So definitely a positive vibe about this whole thing. And, you know, bittersweet. It's nice to, you know, follow along with the Ashes stuff, but when your dreams come a knocking, you know.
You let them in.
Although I love it how somebody's like, better watch out. Don't let them lie to you. He's really going to go work on VR so he can bring Ashes to VR.
Funny.
Well, that was my comment on the forum post about it was, we'll be happy to see you return in Ash's 6th expansion. realm of the others. VR expedition.
Nice.
It's funny.
But yeah. In other news, let's see. What do we have in the news section? Not really a whole lot. Just the live stream.
It's just a live stream for news stuff. Yeah.
Which I think we'll kind of come back to the live stream in a second. But wanted to touch on a couple of the community spotlights first, and then come back to the live stream news, if that's okay with you guys.
Sweet, yeah.
Okay. Because community first, news second is more my feeling.
Yes.
But Jeffrey is an exception because he's part of the community.
Because it's Jeffrey.
It's Jeffrey. We love Jeffrey. I mean, we love everybody at Ashes, but we're sad Jeffrey's leaving. And I can't wait to see more bacon streams, just saying. The little candies.
Yeah, I miss all the rappers on the ASMR rappers.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
First up in community news, if you missed it, Shays from Ash's Post does a transcript. He's back at it now from his break, and that's kind of like a synopsis of the live. If you missed any, the video that you're watching right now is actually their YouTube video, which is officially up. I can grab you guys that link if you would like it. Otherwise, the armor that Steven was wearing, actually, right in this clip, somebody who was a U/Philip Eriks kind of was showing a comparison between the in-game render of this armor piece and the concept art, which I thought was kind of cool for those of us that are looking at like cosmetics and stuff. Those are usually concept pieces, right? And then to see that concept come to life and be very realistic is really cool to me. So
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait for the day when they have all the concept art just kind of spattered around as maybe leaks here and there, like check out this thing we're working on, and then they release it as like a, hey, you can buy it in the cosmetic shop and there's actually the model ready to go.
yeah.
When you buy it, it'll just be in game.
Yeah. That'll be nice.
Little ramp up time for that though.
Oh yeah.
You might have a few betas and an alpha to get through first.
All right.
Yeah.
I know the road ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know today's live stream, I was working, so I was kind of there, but I was like checking on the chat a lot, and there's a lot of people interested in joining in. Oh my gosh, coffee drinker, thank you.
Coffee. You see, this is why coffee is my favorite, both beverage and the other person here is pretty cool too. So it reinforces my statement, coffee is amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And welcome to all our new friends. Ashes of an Error. Hello. I haven't seen your name in a little while. Just see it pop out. Kind of pull you out of lurk mode. Sorry.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Sorry, Brain Rice. I had to.
Water is better.
Right.
I'm out of water. Sadly, I went to get water before the stream, but yeah. Sacrifice some things. Showing some love for the channel, we appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you guys for following. Appreciate that. But what was I going at? What was I saying? I lost it.
We're talking about the transcripts from
renders.
Shays, and then then we got into the renders and how they're doing cool stuff, and how I'd love to see them in game and ready to purchase, but they have some betas and an alpha to go through first.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then coffee
there's
was
so
like,
many people that want to play. That's
subscriptions.
what I was gonna say. There's like the number of people that. Thank you, Brown Rice. Marissa welcome in. There's so many people that said, I want to play this game. I want to try this out. How do I do it? Like the fact that this is able to show, because I believe Thursday was the update in combat, right? So this was taken from Thursday night, right after the combat update in the Alpha 1 test, and you know, it's showing improvement already. People can see the improvement from the earlier versions. Like, is there still things to do, like the particles and stuff? Like, yeah, but somebody pointed out on Reddit, like the particles are supposed to be big and crazy right now because they're really pushing everything to its limits to make sure that it more than can handle it when there's a lot more players that are doing a normal amount of particle effects. So yeah, I really love playing in action combat. Yeah. My question for you, Simurgh, what is your favorite part of Ash's Alpha 1 testing so far?
Oh, I mean, see, when you make it general like that, that's real easy for me to answer, because my favorite part is the fact that I've been running this road, like jumping in with, like, I got to run with you guys, you know what I mean? And I got to run with other people that were in that testing environment before they got to the point where now it's like, okay, well, now all the Alpha 1 backers, for example, can play. When they opened that door to all those additional people being able to now play, they also opened the door to more people I knew, my friends, people off of my own streams, people off that hang out during the Pathfinder show, people in Virtue, like my guild members. Like, it's cool. Like, I've never been of the mind that, like, this, like, tribalist, like, perspective of, like, you know, the only people that should be able to play are the small group that were there first kind of thing. You know, like I want to play with my friends. Like I want to have those experiences and those fun moments. And for me, it's been that experience of now I've got my homies that I go run around with in a group, and we get to run around and talk about it, hang out. We get to start building those like memories and those having those fun experiences together. That 100% hands down is it for me.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great thing. It's a great thing. I mean, I'm of split mind on that because I know that the early on testing, like the early stuff,
Yeah.
is I was in support of, you know, the NDA and all this and that, like a smaller group that can just get the major issues hammered out. But as you can see from the video for the Castle Siege stuff, there's been some serious progress. I mean, even from last week when they were talking about, you know, rubber banding and this and that, like when he dropped the NDA and the verbal NDA, and he even wrote in that thing, like there's some rubber banding and stuff. So we got to fix that. Did you see any in this video? Like when we were testing it last night, I didn't see any of that happening to me.
Yeah. Like, so there were two parts last night. There was like the part that was happening, beforehand, and then there was like this particular piece here that they shared. So this one was like more of like a 50-ish v 50-ish, and the one before that was more like it was 100 plus versus 100 plus. It was like a lot more people.
It was crazy. I passed by Vertex computer because I had gotten home late, and he was like, I just got in. I was like, oh, how's it going? And he's like, well, I mean, I kind of just started, and then like his screen froze. And it just like crashed the game completely, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, apparently I was the only one that affected though, because everyone else was having a jolly good time. I'm staring at it going, oh, I guess I got to restart. But I think that was pretty much the only hiccup I had outside of, I mean, I have a shit graphics card, so outside of that causing an issue, everything else was dandy. But yeah, I think it was like 150 to 150. It was a bananas number of people.
Yeah, in terms of like the rubber banding and stuff, it was pretty minimal. It definitely improved upon it.
Yeah. I mean, from like Steven's point of view is what some monster of a computer though, right?
Yeah.
For this.
I mean, he's only running like a 1080 Ti though, based on what he said today. So like.
Oh, I thought that was the computer that was rendering, not the one that was recording. Okay.
Is that what I'm pretty sure he said that, right? I could be wrong.
No,
I think he may.
Good.
He may be looking for a 1080 Ti or something, because I know before he said he had like the 3090 because he had like a monster of a computer or something.
Well, okay, let me go into.
I mean, I could be mistaken too. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Maybe.
It's possible.
He is using a 1080 Ti in chat.
So I'm misremembering. That's me.
Okay. Yeah. No, because I believe he was saying that like, I mean, it makes sense to have the big one for development, right? And then like a smaller one, like one that I have. I don't have the Ti, I have the regular 1080, but something like what I have to test to see how the game is doing on a typical setup right now. And I say typical because mine was like almost top of the line 3 years ago, which is how old my computer is at this point. So now it's like a typical graphics card, which is exactly what we built it to be. It's like typical for a few years from now or from then. So
1080 is still a great card.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you, Cheryl's. Welcome in.
Yeah, because she has like just shy of a Ti. It's the Asus ROG Strix version.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Margaret has a 3090. Oh goodness.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know Maggie has the 3090. Hers just melted down. Yeah, Brown Rice just said that it melted down. Poor thing.
What is? Sorry, I'm still new to computer. What does that mean? It melted down.
That was I think maybe that was part where you were working during the live stream. It just overheated and messed up her computer, and it died last night. So she had to completely rebuild all the streaming resources and everything and get it all set up with a new computer that was delivered to her at 11 p.m. last night.
Maggie, no.
Yeah. Rip Maggie's computer.
No, man.
I feel so. Wow. That's crazy. But I'm also like, sorry, my mind is also like a little boggled because if they just rebuilt that last night and she still had the stream pretty well put together today, I was like, dang, they must have some pretty good organization for files because we changed file locations once and I was like discombobulated. Like, I don't know where things are. Let me find things.
Right.
So.
But yeah, I'd say probably my favorite part of it is just seeing the updates and just seeing how things change. Especially here lately, things have been changing rapidly.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they have.
Updates have been fairly quick, and honestly, from what we saw in testing and then what Steven announced to everyone, he's not lying when he's talking about transparency. Like, he isn't even hiding any of the issues we're bumping into at all. He's just, yep, there it is. That's what's happening, and we're gonna fix it. Maybe today.
I want late night delivery, please. Work for, I guess, a gaming where you're the important person for, or like a company, not just a gaming company, but a company where you're the important person. They gotta give you whatever last minute. But yeah, that's the other thing. Like, if that doesn't show that this is transparent game development, I don't know what does. Like, yeah, this is what we're working on, but you know, it looks good. It's running fairly smoothly according to his video. You know, it's a lot better than what I actually expected for an alpha, just saying. Considering some of the port overs I've seen, considering some of the games that were trying to be released and had a bunch of bugs in them already, you know, like for the state of Alpha 1 currently, I'm floored by it. I'm excited because I think it can only get better from here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, visually you don't expect it to look this good now. You don't get this kind of polish until much closer to a game's launch.
Yeah.
It's just real talk.
I will say that I'm incredibly jealous of her graphics card because mine doesn't look anywhere near this pretty at all.
Yeah.
I got a little 1066. It's like I'm trying, or 1660. That's what it is. Sorry, 1660. So it's trying. It's trying.
Still call it your potato PC? Is it still?
Yeah. It's a little less potato. I used to have an old, like, oh gosh, I think at this point it's like a 7-year-old graphics card that I just got rid of like 6 months ago.
Yeah, like barely less potato.
Yeah.
I mean, to
less
be fair,
potato.
a lot of the graphics cards are super overpriced or out of stock right now. So
they are.
But speaking of graphics and just things in game and the testing and all, so there was also a post comparing map sizes, right? Between BDO and Ashes, because that was a conversation that's popped up every once in a while, like how big is the world really? And now that we can actually talk about things, and there's the screenshots and whatnot that have been released about the Alpha 1 map, like people are really comparing everything. And apparently this person at that link that was just dropped in there went and took a horse and galloped about 6 minutes. And keep in mind, that's one of the few straight lines you can really go in Ashes anyway. There's a lot of things you have to go around and whatnot, so it's hard to get a straight line. Well, then again, I guess it's fair enough for BDO too. But but yeah, that's a fairly sizable portion of the BDO map. If you're directly comparing the two.
And
that's a pretty big difference.
What we've been told is this alpha is a portion of the Ashes map.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a fifth of the size or something like that? I think it's supposed to be like 20% of the map.
I don't know. I just know it's called Alpha Island.
Yeah. So what we're basically looking at is 20%. Was it confirmed? It's true.
Thank you.
Can't debate it now.
Was it confirmed?
Was it confirmed? Can't debate. All right. But yeah. So if the Ashes map looks to be roughly the same size as the BDO map, taking that into consideration, at launch, by the way. How long's BDO been out? Where they could have expanded and added new stuff and whatnot, gotten bigger. At launch, it's going to be a massive undertaking. If that shows you people the size of just how much stuff and how much content is going into this.
Man,
crazy.
Ash's map is going to be huge, man. It's going to be, I can't wait. Open world, by the way. No instant zones. I can't stand
Apparently
that.
there's going to be some underwater content. There's going to be under the ground content, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't wait. Like, you know, there's the underground where the luminescent biome is. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, Underrealm's gonna be beautiful.
Oh yeah, I think
And
that's one of my
dangerous.
favorite places. Oh yeah, super dangerous. It's so pretty. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
But
Loud.
do we have anything else, community, before we go back to like today's stream?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. Simurgh, do you have
The
anything?
community is just talking about stuff that was on like the stream. And that
Pretty
was about
much,
it.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, that I could think of, yeah.
I'll
At
pop
least not
this
now.
back over to news real quick then. Let me pop over to the video real quick because there was a video that they showed off. Oh, and this is way oversized. I'm so sorry. Sometimes this just goes away and I can't see anything.
Yeah, that's good.
I really liked this video that they did with the armor.
Yeah, because people were concerned about how it looked in the other render that they shared.
But
I don't care. That looks wicked.
oh yeah, I agree. And somebody was saying, like, I saw somewhere on like either Reddit or the forums, and somebody was saying, like, aren't they putting too much time into rendering these things? Like, shouldn't they be more focused on other things? Hello, Birdie, welcome in. My viewpoint is that no, they're not wasting their time because that could easily be changed over to a frost effect or a golden light effect or a lot of other effects, just like the skeletons for armor could be easily changed over to match different things.
That, and I mean, there's only so much that character artists can do. Because, I mean, even if, let's say there's the argument of, hey, animations need to be worked on. They're not smooth enough. Okay, well, that's what the animators do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you can cook one kind of food really well, but doesn't mean you can cook all food really well.
Yeah, agreed.
You can drive one kind of car, but not all the cars. Like, you can drive stick really well, but, you know, motorcycle gives you an issue. Like, it's the same kind of thing. Like, there's some 3D artists that can do the art part, but can't really, or don't like to do the animation part, and vice versa. So
Yeah. So time for my second dose of Simurgh for the day. Aw.
Yeah.
Isn't this
That's the main thing with the...
Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. I was going to say, that's the main thing, too, is like people make the complaint a lot of the time that, you know, this isn't even white knighting. This is just, we're talking facts here based on the live streams, right? They talk about how it isn't a waste of time to be working on these things. Well, when you recognize that these things, I mean, have a direct correlation to in-game assets that they're utilizing, whether it's character modeling, armors, that if you're talking about like the creatures in the world, I mean, we've already seen how the things that they have created based on the you know, the pre-order packs and all that, we've already seen a lot of how these models have been utilized in the world as we currently run around and play in alpha right now. So it's not a waste when you see those actual assets being utilized in some variation or another in their world right now. So
Yeah, and like I believe, if I like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the fox mount is supposed to have a similar effect to this. So, you know, I think once they get the graphics and the what do you call that? The effects kind of optimized. Particle effects optimized. Then they can start adding more particle effects. So right now we have particle effects mainly on skills, but as we get better, we add particle effects to armors and weapons, and then we add particle effects to our mounts. And there's a lot of effects that are constantly happening. If you think of any random person that could have 3 or 5 different effects happening, multiply that by the number of people that could be potentially playing. 100 people is suddenly 500 effects at once. About, you know, if not more. But it's a lot that they have to keep in mind to make sure Vertex computer doesn't just up and die from the amount of stress.
To make sure mine's not the next to melt. Yeah,
that's funny. Smoldering.
But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share this. I thought it was really cool. Steven had leaked this, and I mean, to me, this is like a really cool like starting video with like the starting soon caption or something. It feels like you took one of those really cool like motion still photos. I don't know. I like it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Also, I just like the detail around the chest area. Like you can see the like ribs with the flames just kind of looking out through them.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
Thank you, T-Dog. You mentioned snow effects in some caravans. I hope that gets done. Oh, that would be cool. Hernda says Steven mentioned that there might be snow effects on some caravans. That'd be really awesome. Like ESO character login? Yeah, pretty much. If you're behind them on the smoke, will secondhand smoke be a problem?
Oh, man.
Sucking exhaust fumes out of off of someone's axe and chest.
I don't know what that was. I'm just gonna go back to nope. Yeah, hold on.
Holding meaning to the axe body scent. I don't know. But it's my joke for the day. I'm done.
Oh,
it's funny.
So yeah. How about that crown that was on the live stream? That I thought was pretty cool that they're doing that.
That was really pretty, actually.
Like, gonna actually make a crown cosmetic you can just apply to yourself if you're the king of one of the castles or the queen of one of the castles.
That's pretty awesome. Oh man, yeah. I don't know, man. You got to beat that. You get a whole Emperor armor set in ESO, so. I'm curious. I'm curious what the equivalent for like the mayors or like the castle like owners are going to be.
Hello, glass raid.
Honestly, I think for mayors they should totally just do the equivalent of Oh hey, check that raid out. Hello.
We're being raided.
Well, thank you, Lazy Glass Man. Thanks for popping in.
I gotta put out the defense Phoenix. I don't know. It's actually my hype Phoenix, but it's the closest thing I can think of that would make sense for a defense. We're a tavern. We really don't have a defense.
Right.
No, just throw like mugs of ale at them.
I was gonna say start throwing kegs of ale at them. That'll do it. That'll do it. Here, drink these.
Also wood. Yes. Hello. I don't really think that helmet he had on is gonna work. The doorways are not that big. You'll hit the ground soon as you try to walk through. Oh yeah, my cleric. We got healers in the chat. Yay.
Ooh-ha. But yeah, I think the mayors should get a little sash, like a cheesy sash, just like the mayor from like Nightmare Before Christmas. Just a little red sash. It just says mayor on it.
That's funny.
That'd be funny. I like that.
I only say that because I'm never going to be a mayor and I won't have to experience that embarrassment of just wearing a big red sash walking around town. Yes, I'm the mayor.
Right, like a scarf. We'll throw it over the shoulder scarf. It says mayor written on it. Instead of like the beauty queen like thing that goes across the chest, you just got this like, sash. It's like mayor. I run this node.
Nice.
Like, all right.
Ooh, all the love from Wood Guild.
Oh,
Yes.
Hey, I saw a bunch of you folks last night.
Yeah.
Wood was everywhere.
Yes. We ran with a lot of wood.
I thought the wood thing, like the wood guild name, was just a meme. To be honest,
Nah, it's totally not. They real.
Okay. Let's see. I learned something new every day. Every day.
Yeah, they sprouted up around testing and popped up, and they were hanging out with us on the Norlon server, and yeah, we had a lot of fun with them. We had a nice little, we've had a nice working alliance with them that just kind of happened naturally.
Nice.
So, the best kind, man.
Absolutely. Nothing forced, nothing contrived. Like, hey, let's do like an alliancey thing. No, when it builds in naturally, it's cool.
It's never really, yeah, exactly.
Nice.
There's always something awkward about them.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? Like, I mean, I've had that in several different games before, and I could rant about this. I've had this conversation before. Like, it's cool when you go and you form alliances ahead of time, but like, dude, they never go according to plan. Like, in my experience, they've never gone according to plan. You get to the game's launch, and then just they change their mind, man. But when alliances sprout up around, things like common goals and like objectives, and they happen naturally, those are the ones that they just work naturally.
Yeah.
And, in my opinion.
Agreed. Yeah, it was funny. I was playing World of Warcraft at one point, and we had a guild that was it was based around being all of us were living in the same area. Yeah. We called it Penmarva because we were around Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. And because of Maryland crabs, which is where a lot of us were from, was Maryland, we ended up having a big lobster on the front. So we made like a lobster bib, and bumped into another guild that had a lobster bib. And we started bonding over that. And then we found out that they also lived nearby, but it was on like the other side of the state, like out near Delaware. So 2 guilds ended up having very similar personalities and everything. And we both made lobster bib tabards.
Nice.
Bonded for life after that.
I like that so much. I actually haven't really had a guild where I met out of a game before, so that'll be exciting. I found this. Oh my gosh. What?
Uh-oh.
I feel like, I don't know. I just read that in chat. I'm like, what's your opinion? I'm like laughing my ass off. That's my opinion, like, on it. Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know who that is.
Well, thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. Sub G Money.
Sub G Money, how you doing, homie?
Much appreciated.
Oh my gosh, stuff and things.
There you go. I see some of the Wood crew there in chat.
Yeah, hello.
A lot of people just hello. Welcome everybody. My goodness.
So how about that live stream?
How about that live stream? I was just gonna say, how about that? They actually gave us some detail on what they're doing with the making everything work better by removing Unreal's actor system, and how the how characters come in and how everything interacts with them. Sounds like boring talk for some people, but I thought it was really nifty how they kind of gave us a little peek behind the door about how they have to revamp everything to fit their needs. And that's how they're going to make it an MMO.
Yeah.
Like it. Dude, I'm so excited about the changes to the animations on like the weapons that are coming.
Me too.
More fluid, more like reactive, like to combat. I mean, they've already made some great changes. Like Stephen was talking about today with like the mage fireballs, perfect examples that we reference a lot over the past several months and stuff. But yeah, it's really good, man, to see that they're just continuing to strive forward, making those changes. Like combat fluidity is super important. And without that, like it just feels clunky to me and I don't enjoy it. And, you know, this is like a good example of how they like take community feedback and they don't really change their vision, just like kind of work towards making it something that people are going to be more adaptable to. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mobtech, thanks. Yeah, man, I'll keep a lookout for that.
Yeah. Well, the direction that I was going to go with this topic was that I saw somebody post on Reddit, u/even Jesus can't save you, posted people's thoughts on the recent stream /developer update. And And they said, in my opinion, this stream looked super promising comparing the old combat footage. By the way, I linked the link already in chat when I was mentioning the live stream earlier. So if you want to look at what I'm looking at, the link is up a little. He was talking about the caravan gameplay footage. Do you guys remember that, where like the caravan was like upside down and like the name was growing so large it was covering our screens? It was ridiculous. But comparing that footage to this footage that you guys see on screen right now, looks really great. The combat feels heavier and more impactful. The sound effects were also really good. When they had that lineup outside the gates and charged the attackers, the sounds of metal, magic, and screams or groans is really good. Yeah, I that's one thing I noticed while I was working. It's just the kept like randomly happening. At first my mind was like, what the heck is that noise? What is happening? And then I like watched and I saw it, realized it was happening when people were dying, and I was like, do I remember hearing that when I killed people? Like, I killed one person in the alpha test, and mainly because he killed me, and then the spawn point was right there, and then Vertex helped me kill them because they then turned red, so then we were fine. But I didn't remember hearing like a scream when we killed him. But it was interesting, like it really stood out to me in this part. But they're saying that it sounded loud and gritty without being overbearing. The game looked really stable and the FPS was great, considering Steven was only running on a 1080 while recording on an ultra-wide 4K monitor. He said he would have preferred to see a bit more of the actual siege gameplay, like the trebuchets firing and how that impacts the gates, walls, and ballistas, but you know, Steven tried. He died a couple times. He had to become a raid boss. But touching on the whole Jeff leaving thing, he says, I'm sad to see Jeff go, but I honestly don't see this as a bad thing. Jeff was a talented guy who worked with the studio for 5 years until this point, and like Steven said, he acted as a jack of all trade at times. Him leaving to go pursue his dream position working with a large VR company was a great move for him. Jeff leaving opens up the chance for new blood and fresh perspective to step in, hopefully someone with some solid game design experience as well. And finally, one of the other things that we noticed a lot on the live stream was everybody really liked having Kevin on. And hearing, as Vertex just touched on, some of the back end technical side of things. And Vertex and I were kind of chatting before the live stream, and it was kind of like one of those things where like Steven's like the dad and we're like the little kid, like, Dad, I want to hear about your job, and the dad's like, no, it's not interesting. You don't want to hear about it. And I'm like, no, like just tell me something, like tell me about how your day was. I did stuff and things. And finally he tells you and you're like, whoa, that's so cool. Like that's essentially how I feel like the Ashes community is with some of this back end stuff, because I know a lot of us are techies, right? We understand at least to some extent what's being spoken about.
Yeah, I just think it's especially tough for them sometimes because they don't want to, give away the cow, so to say, when it comes to how they're doing things on the back end.
Yeah.
Like they could totally say like, we're removing the actor system and we're coming up with a better way to do this and that is okay to say, but if they were to start exactly explaining what they're doing specifically, then it could lead to somebody else getting benefit out of all their R&D time. Yeah,
that's fair, but at the same time, like, hey, there is this stability error and like we were able to fix it a little bit. Like that still speaks to some of us, like only talking about cosmetics would not be as interesting for the whole group like it is to touch on various different things. So I don't know. It's still news. It's still something that explains kind of what's happening and why things take so long, or what happened to cause this thing to take so long, etc. I know it sounds boring to some people, but it's super interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, after you.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, to me, like, the server-side performance is probably one of the biggest things that I have concerns about. So for anybody that, and I think a lot of people that I've talked to have that concern as well. And so when you get someone on there who can give you, like, a more detailed like perspective on like what they're doing to work on the fixes for it, like you did today. But then it's not, it's like when Steven talks about it, he's just saying like, hey, there's a lot of polish that is to come still. But when Kevin talks about it, he talks to you about the specific tools that they're working on implementing, how that's supposed to be helpful in them gathering the information that they need so they can resolve it. And those are the types of things that I think it's a different perspective, a more technical one that I think can provide a lot of insight to a lot of those like myself who are concerned about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do believe that's right. And also, like Horrendous said, love that they're making a secondary content creators group, like the boot camp. So those that don't quite get the full stamp approval are getting the, hey, we like what you do, but here, let's help you improve.
Yeah.
That is actually a nice little step. I don't think I've... Then again, I haven't really tried to do the content creator thing for any game like officially. So I can say I haven't heard them talk about having an extra step like that before, but...
Yeah, I've done content creation and content creator teams and stuff before over the years, and that's not something I'm used to seeing. I don't even really know of any other program. I'm not saying they are out there. I'm just saying in my experience, out of all the games I've covered, I've never seen that. I haven't seen there be like an influence relations manager, something that's like your front end person for managing those types of like content creator teams and things of that nature. Yes, but not like a, hey, we really like what you're doing and your passion for the project and we want to help you get there. So here are some things you can do to maybe meet those markers. That's very different. Usually the markers are just there and you either meet them and then you're potentially considered or you're not. So yeah, that's very different.
Yeah, sorry. Vertec and I literally were responding similar things at the same time, just like that connection without even talking, which is funny. We do that a lot. Yeah. Great. Oh, geez. I'm excited. I really am. We're so close. I mean, we're literally at the castle gates waiting to get into the siege.
Yeah, we're right there. But, so what do you think? Simurgh? You think they're going to drop waves of people that are approved for the content creator program? Or do you think they're going to wait until they have the entire list from the first application wave and drop it all at once?
Great question. I have no idea what they're planning. I have no insider knowledge on this. Okay.
Neither do we at all. That's why we're curious what people think that they would end up doing. Like, I know they're not going to do a 1-by-1 announcement. Like, I know that's not their style at all.
I would see like maybe like in batches or like in lists of names. I mean, that's something I've seen happen with a lot of other. I think the Elder Scrolls Online is a good example of this, and it's just a reference point, but usually what they do is like quarterly. This is just based on where they're at right now in the game, but like quarterly, they kind of go and they take a look at the applications, and there's lots and lots of people that submit applications, and they'll take a look at the applications for their creator program, and they will, what they'll be doing is they evaluate that, see if it kind of hits their bullet points, and if they basically are going to be someone they want to represent the brand for whatever reason, and they will basically bring them on, and they do like an announcement almost quarterly where they kind of post it on their Twitter and stuff. They bring them on board, and they've got them on like the stream team of theirs. They've got them in like, they've got a lot of cool things that they actually do for their creators over there that I would probably want to suggest that I think would be great for Ashes too. But I think I would see probably like batches, especially in the beginning, like lists of people that have met it, and then going, hey, here's some new people that joined our team, and here's who they are, here's where we can find them, and then maybe doing some I don't know, like introductions with them. I mean, I think it would be like super cool, like bring them on, like, maybe introduce them on their live streams, or to like have content pieces they curate around them, and just like to get to know them and stuff, depending on how much community oriented like influence they want to like actually have with them. But I would see probably batches of them and stuff. But actually probably like, I guess this is a little bit of like a promo thing. I don't know if I'm like, I know if it's okay, I'll announce it.
Ready, set, go. Ready, set,
Twist
go.
your arm, why don't you?
I kind of found myself getting into it, but I was going to do it on the show on Sunday. I'll do it then too. We're going to have Maggie on the 27th of June on the Pathfinder show.
Nice.
Ooh.
And so the goal is to actually have a lot of conversation around that.
Can you give us like a thumbnail so we can promote that?
Not yet, but I can in the near future, probably the next
That would
couple
be
weeks, because
nice.
it'll be like, another month out. We're still kind of like setting stuff up and everything. But I want to gather as many different people, like especially like, people that are interested in like the program and stuff like that, and kind of get their feedback, and then like just have a really good conversation. I know you all have had her here on your show too, and kind of talked about her background and things like that. But I kind of wanted to focus a little more on maybe getting details of the program for people, possibly.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with it. Definitely, she's definitely someone fun to chat with, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's very sweet. I really think that Intrepid is doing a really awesome thing with even like the secondary group of creators, because it's like you may not be what we'd qualify as like big league content creators, but we see potential, like Vertex said, and we would like to help shape you and make it so that you could maybe one day get to that bigger thing and get all those keys and things like that. I know if even if we don't get in, Vertex and I personally have some keys left over from like the Kickstarter backer stuff. And we always try, whenever they do the key giveaways, to try to get a couple as well, just to give away to you guys here on the community. And I always double check, like, hey, is it okay if we like win a key, if we just give that key away? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. So yeah.
Oh, man, do you guys see some of the swag though on that new creator program that they're doing?
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm
like
pretty
headsets and
excited.
stuff. Like what? Like
I
what? Do you
know.
guys?
I would rock some Intrepid gear.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Hernda
dope.
says he wrote his first song for Ashes this week. Sounds cool.
Was it a love song?
But yeah, that
snap.
swag is so cool. Oh man. I mean,
Oh my gosh, they talked about overlays and stuff too. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
the
so, that would be so
overlays.
sick.
oh man.
Oh, if we could have like an Ashes
Dude.
designed tavern set up. Oh,
Dude.
my goodness.
Right.
I would love nothing more
That'd
than
be
an
sick.
Ashes themed tavern specific, like an Ashes specific tavern feeling in here. But
Yeah.
given that we haven't really seen a whole lot of taverns yet inside of Ashes, I don't know what that looks like. So I'm
Man.
doing my best to be like, there's a tavern feeling, at least.
Cheryl's Kidlet 2 would steal it from you.
That's funny.
Oh, I have it right here. Ashes hoodie right here.
Yeah, the old school stuff, man. I got one of those
Yeah.
too.
We
Yeah.
somehow snuck in. Like, I didn't know they were going to stop selling physical merch,
Right?
or else I would have bought a whole nother batch of everything.
Yeah.
I go through hoodies like nothing. Like, they get holes in them, or they get torn, or they get something. So
Yeah.
I would have bought a second one. As a
This has a
spare.
hole in it already, and I'm like, nope, I'm not getting rid of it. I was thinking, because it had a hole in it, I might wait until they release the new ones, but I was thinking if it gets too much more like I guess damage, I turn it into like a pillowcase.
Stuff it up, tie the arms off, like
Yeah,
knot
just
up the
it's
hood.
like put it in a hoodie or like a pillow, so that way like I could still have it,
Turn it into a little handbag or something.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, it's
put
so
it-
sad. No, not that. Like, it's so sad because like I had some of the old shirts and I can't wear them anymore because I've lost weight, like a lot of weight over the past like
man.
year or so, and they're too big. They're huge, man.
Oh
I'm like,
no.
I can't wear them anymore. They're vintage. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't. I gave them to my brother, but I'm like, damn it, man. The hood, I'm not letting the hood go. I can still make it work. For a little longer.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Yeah, you can do
Bigger is
something with it.
comfy. Bigger is comfy.
I'll
Ask
pull a
the girls who
chibi,
steal
man.
their
There you go.
boyfriends' stuff. We know.
Just pull a chibi and tie off, like, sew it off, tie it off. You're like, you're not going anywhere. But like making it like it's a little like, like a little cuddled toy or something where I can like, I'm sleepy on the bed. Just be like, oh, Turn into like a little stuffed bear.
Oh man.
Turning
my-
into
This is
the Ash's
my goddess
pajamas.
association. Yeah.
Get like a giant stuffed bear. Just make the giant stuffed bear wear it so that it fits
Because
him.
you know there's gonna be the launch party and everything. So there's going to be like a brunch the day after where people are just gonna be in their pajamas, like shh, be quiet.
Who are you with?
Just get
What,
some
you can't
food.
tell? We don't know.
That would be the perfect time to break out the old school Ash's hoodie turned pajamas.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Ash's Snuggie, yes.
What's your history, man? Huh? I'm an OG, son. What you mean?
You wear
man?
PJs to bed? Actually, yes, because I love my roommate, but she likes it really cold, so I have to bundle up as much as possible. It's cold in my
man.
house.
I think she may also be making fun. Oh what, no, never mind. I see the surprise face after. I was gonna say I thought she was making fun of wearing PJs out to like a hotel brunch or something. Which, yes, absolutely, I would wear my pajamas out to
Yes,
a brunch at the
horrendous. Stepperton's teddy bear with like the Ashes hoodie on
Oh,
it. There
see?
you go. There you go.
hotel. Absolutely, you could totally make it into a smaller Ash's hoodie for him.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm hoping that they have the old logo stuff on the new merch though, like and like the new ones, but like they keep some
But
of the
call
old
it
stuff
like
too.
the retro Ashes stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Honestly,
exactly.
unless they give it all away, they've got to still have some boxes sitting around. So they've got to
Dude.
still have some for sale. I mean, honestly, if they're smart, they'll probably keep it for giveaways on stream or at conventions or whatever. As like
Yeah.
exclusive, like old school stuff giveaway. I like it.
OG stuff.
I like it.
Yeah.
I asked about this ages ago.
Okay, so Z's got the extra boxes sitting around right now, is what I'm hearing.
All of them.
She ninja them? Does she like?
I think so.
Yeah. It sounds like something.
You
know.
forgot. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, dude. Oh, it's unfortunate. They just had those boxes piled up in their studio too. Like because when I went there, I like was like hanging out with them, whatever. And they like gave me the tour of the studio, and I remember they're like going back to this back area, and I like looked over, and there was like this corner with just boxes stacked, and you'd have like the top of the boxes open and shirts like laying out of them and stuff, and it was like, so you guys ship it yourself, like
Yeah.
Good
Well,
to
there's
know.
your answer right there.
right?
Didn't know I needed that question answered, but now I see it.
Oh man, some fun stuff though.
Oh
Oh
man.
my gosh, man, good times.
What is
dude.
this? This is three people having a chit chat about Ashes of Creation.
Yes. On a podcast. Not just a random stream. It's a podcast. I'm actually grabbing the fan art.
Nice.
Yeah, you're actually seeing a video going right now that they recorded last night, which was Castle Siege action. Fun times. It was fun times.
Yeah, it was.
Just saying, man. In the past couple weeks, since they've started focusing on that the rubber banding issue, it's taken relatively no time to get it fixed.
Yeah, it's like so good, man. You guys, yo, you remember back in the old days, right? When we were like standing by to do testing, because we could talk about this now. We were standing by to do testing, and they were like, it'll be 30 minutes. And then it was like, oh, we got another delay. It'll be like 40 minutes.
It'll be another hour.
2 hours
Yeah.
go by, 3 hours go by, and you're like, dude, this is like chipping away at me a little bit. But then you got like fast forward to like the other weekend, right? Dude, like a night and day difference, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
They're
While
rocking
we're
it.
chatting, I'm gonna just go ahead and swap it over to show off a fan art from Withy Wendell. But yeah,
Ooh.
I think what was it, Alpha Zero and oh man, okay, the video share was overdoing it. My bad. I think it was like Alpha Zero and I think I had to work and then I came home and you were still testing it. And I was like, oh, I can still get in. And you're like, yes.
Yeah. Bob text says 4 hours later, wife is in labor. Yes, honey, testing first. I'll be
funny.
right there.
That's funny, man.
Goodness.
That's cool. That looks really nice.
Oh yeah, I really like this. They said, tormented by an unknown entity, Withy Wendell displays the suffering of a weary adventurer in this fan art Friday submission.
Nice. That's awesome.
And then for their extra flavor text, they say, do you think our explorer can escape the enemy's grasp? How do you fight an adversary that is much stronger than you are? This looks like
cool.
one of those things where like there's the magic ball and they're like doing some like weird voodoo thing where like, yes, feel the pain. I don't know. That's what this brings to mind for some reason.
That's good.
Cheryl says, by the way, never do that if you value your marriage.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Make good choices.
With risk comes reward. Wait, no. That's the wrong statement for that, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe he's just using a mirror and using that orb as a mirror and using aftershave.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, it has been an hour already. Can you believe it?
Wow. That's live.
Last touches. One thing that stuck out to you from this live stream. Ready, set, go.
Is it me going first here?
Yes, always. Guess first.
If you'd like a moment, I could jump in first.
Oh man, I could do this. Like it would probably be the story that Steven shared about Jeff and how he had a police officer in the local area come in to act like he was going to have to arrest Steven, and then seeing Jeff look at him like going pale white, freaking out, like scared about what was about to happen, and it was all just a joke. That was hilarious. I was laughing. I love it. I'll never forget it.
I'm going to have to listen back and watch that part because I think that was one of the parts like I got called into a meeting last minute.
So funny.
That sounds so mean, but it makes sense because I saw somebody's like comment in the Discord. Hearing some of these stories, it's no wonder Jeff left.
Well, see, it's a good thing you went first because that was going to be what I was going to say was the stories about Jeff and the pranks on him.
Oh man.
Poor Jeff.
That was hilarious.
Jeff, we love you. Okay. Just so you know.
But I guess if I had to go with a number 2, it would end up being just the Castle Siege video existing, because that was content that was supposed to be created to be out there and playable like a year ago. But then they decided to switch focus and go to working on the Alpha 1 instead and work on Castle Siege afterwards. So the fact that it's finally able to, because I missed that test. Like there was a testing of it, like, hey, we just about got this ready to put out and, put in blah, 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 yada, yada. Jump in here. And it was like a 1 day, like 2-hour thing or something. And I missed it. And I said, it's fine. I'll catch it next time. It's got to be opening up next week or something. No, it didn't. Not until last night. It's been over a year. So,
Man.
That's crazy.
It's out there. It exists. And that makes me happy.
Your card died? Oh no. Aw, yeah, Rip Thomas the Tank Engine, right? And the little princess, like, tent thing. The little princess castle tent. I was like, he has to be, like, doing the whole Dungeon and Dragon role-playing stuff with them. Because that's really adorable to have, like, a little Christmas, or not Christmas, but princess tent. My favorite thing, man. Honestly, really hard to nail one down. I will probably say one of my favorite things in terms of Alpha 1 that they showed was something that Vertec also showed me last night, which is that the auto attack no longer requires the spamming of the Q button.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Dude.
Ooh.
That's,
so excited by that.
Absolutely priceless.
Yeah.
Just hold.
Yeah. Or just, hold or just tap real quick for like a small auto attack. Just like between the things like, okay, now that's up and I can go back to doing this, but I don't have to be like, sorry stream, but I don't have to be like,
basically
Yeah, so you have
that.
to smash it. Yeah.
Which honestly, I brought this up with BDO before, but when you have to capture the horse and you have to like press spacebar, I was trying to do that but like with my one hand and I couldn't do it fast enough, so I started doing with both hands like
Oh my gosh, dude.
but like trying to do it with one hand, like my hand got tired because we'd go on like entire horse hunting sprees. So like after the 5th one, I was like, I can't do it with my hand anymore. But I liked how they kind of talked about like APOC versus the current alpha testing and stuff like that.
Man.
But okay, guys, here's the thing. We haven't rated anybody in a while. The last person we rated, we felt a little iffy about afterwards. So we're trying to be a little bit more careful about who we raid. And I found another couple that are streaming Ashes right now and they're reacting to the Dove update. So if you guys would like to watch more Ashes, feel free to jump on this raid. It is Kale and Faye.
Nice.
So if you guys would like to join us in rating them and welcoming them to the Ashes community and, see their opinion on stuff, feel free. But other than that, Sim, thank you so very, very much for being a part of, all of our going on today and giving us a moment of your time. I know that we were initially supposed to have had like the official content creator stuff by now with the live stream and things like that. So I just want to say I know that didn't work out, but I'm excited to see what kind of content you're going to be pumping out when July comes around. And you guys make sure to keep that June 27th, you said?
Yeah, with Maggie, she'll be on that June 27th on a Sunday.
Keep that in mind. We'll be there. Make sure to be there too. Give your support. And for now, we'll say goodbye and go raid. So bye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Your time is important. Your time is valuable, and you spent it here with us.
And your support and your love and strength of the community. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on, Simurgh. We love having you on.
Yeah, always happy to have you all.
Same day.
Same. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.